finally made it to Ian's house. Later on I'll be chatting with him a little bit about his book and what he's going to be planning for the bike festival. So this is where the book was filmed?
So this is, yeah, this is where I wrote the book. So I came in here like 10 o'clock at night. Remember just when we went to lockdown, the weather was lovely. So I was really bored. So in the morning I'd go and work in a food bank, set up a food bank because we needed it at that time and it gave me something to do, stop me going nuts. Spend afternoon sunbathing, then come 7 o'clock at night I'd come out and write the book and I'd be here like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. 6 weeks later I'd finished. And it was good, kept me sane during lockdown. It was just something, you know, something we did. That's all I wanted to do, sister, was write a book for my grandchildren to know what their grandfather done in his life, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hopefully avoid the type of accident I had. And then my mate, you asked me about the tank we painted earlier. My mate who painted the tank said, "Can I read it?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "My mate wants to read it. Can I give it to him?" I thought, "Oh my God, this is going to go everywhere." Like, you know what I mean? It was a very personal thing, as you know. And he goes, "Yeah, no problem." My mate's mate was an author called Alan Gibbard, and he goes, "This is a brilliant story, and I really like it. Really enjoyed doing it. It's a great story, but it's not a book yet. We need to change things out." So he helped me. He tied things up inside it to make it more sensible. Because the way I wrote the book originally was the accident, motorbike journeys I'd done, and then Route 66 at the end. But as you know now, we've swapped the middle and the end bit out, and it just works a little bit better. And it's the type of book you can pick up. You can either read about, I'll tell you that, I'm sorry, I got loads of things going on in my head. So it's the type of book you can read, you can pick up, and you can just read about getting out of a wheelchair, and then perhaps that does enough for you. Or you can pick up, you can ignore that bit, read about Route 66, or you can read about riding around Europe and the UK, which is what we've done. And you know, the fascination I learned over in Europe about the Second World War, etc. Well, no, it was interesting. It's something I'd never really given a lot of time for, but after going to a couple of war cemeteries over there, I found the whole thing fascinating. I went to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam, and it's eerie, you know. It's one of those scary things. You go in, and things like that shouldn't go on at all in the world, should they?
No.
You know, so is that. But I had a message just after Christmas. Somebody sent me an email, and this chap, and I still don't know where the chap is. I sent him a message back. He hasn't returned my message back since I sent it, but he sent me a message. He'd bought my book online from my website and given it to his mother for Christmas. And the message went, "Do you know, Ian, my mum went to the shops this morning. She went for a walk to the shops this morning." I thought, okay, yeah, she was agoraphobic. She hadn't been outside the house for three years. And my book gave her the confidence to go outside. Yeah. Oh, crumbs, I had me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was nearly in tears reading that one. But lovely sentiment, and that was probably the best message I've come across on the book, you know?
Yeah. No, it's really good.
Yeah, good. And you know, that's what it's all about. This is my Indian. This is how you and me became friends. Via the Indian websites and all that. But I get all kinds of people. You can see the tank is over I bought that tank online. My mate painted it up, and I got these planters, then loose gravel on. Everybody who gets into it just sends me stuff, and it's lovely. I've got some great friends. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I found over the time I've had the Indian, the different rides I've been on, yeah, making some really good friends.
Yeah.
Really, but it's just not Indian. It's the biking community as a whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really is special. That's why we're putting the event on.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the event. I feel very privileged to be talking in the event because the work you put into it and things too. For me to be talking about what I've done in my little old book is I'm feeling chuffed to bits.
One of the reasons we've put it on is because I think, I'm probably going to be shot down for this, but I think a lot of people feel that the dealers, or not the dealers, but the manufacturers have fallen out of love with the rider. It's almost as if you buy the bike and that's it. They don't want anything else to do with you. So the philosophy of the event is not surrounding any manufacturer, it's for the riders. It's to put an event on for riders to enjoy, to share stories.
Yep.
Hence we've got yourself on the Sunday explaining about your ride to Route 66
Yep.
and a bit of your history of
Yep.
what put you there.
Yep.
And then on the Saturday, the adventure bikes, we've got a couple of guys coming to talk and share their experiences of world travel.
Yep.
And hopefully the dealers will be there showing the bikes as well.
Cool.
So it's just trying to get it over for the love of bikes.
Yes. No, I mean, it's very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know, people are going to be your Facebook stuff is great. I love your stuff on social media, yeah. So it's good. So I'm really looking forward. My missus is really looking forward, which I hadn't told you earlier. She grew up in Cornwall.
All right.
You know, she was born in Hereford. My father-in-law was working for Great Western Railway.
Yeah.
So, and he was very good at his job. He ran stations. So they'd send him to an ill-performing station, and he'd get it back on course, as it were. So yeah, so she grew up in Cornwall. I can't remember where, and she's not around for me to ask. She's not listening at the moment, but I'll find out for you.
Well, it is fascinating. The more you, or the wider you spread your interests, and the more people you meet,
Yeah.
how small the world is.
How small the world is.
One of the reasons we're putting the event on is for the riders then to share their experiences, stories around a campfire.
Yep.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do, and introduce the travelling, that it's not that hard to be able to go out there and do it.
I agree with you. I agree with you completely. I mean, you've seen I got a couple of other bikes. I mean, I got Tri Tiger as well. You could literally jump on that.
Yeah.
Drive as fast as Carmarthen. When you just hit the A40 beyond Carmarthen, hit it on cruise control, you could just keep going till Italy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost an awful lot to do, apart from, you know, especially if you're willing to camp anywhere. And I can camp anywhere, it really doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's a way to go, yeah. So, no, it's going to be good.
But yeah, no, looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. That's
All right,
good.
I'm going to have a.
I'm coming down on the bike, by the way, and my missus
All right.
is following in the car.
Oh,
so she
you
can
have
so she can bring the books and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because somebody put on Facebook, did you tell him to bring loads of books?
Yes, yeah.
Good. I will be bringing loads of books.
Good. Well, thank you very much.
No worries, anytime, pal.
Right. Don't forget to check out Ian's website. Make sure you come to Bike Festival Southwest on the Sunday, then you'll be able to meet Ian Gravell. He'll be doing a talk about his book, but he'll also be doing a meet and greet afterwards.
Cool. So come. I'm going to be showing a bit of film, showing some photographs. I'm going to talk about my journey through life since I had a big car crash in my mid-20s. I was in a wheelchair for a long time, how I got out of the wheelchair, the issues I dealt with, PTSD, etc. after the accident which crippled me, and then how I got into motorcycling, the big journeys done across Britain and Europe, and culminating in Route 66 across the US a couple of years ago, and the importance of art and songs in today's society to keep you sane. So
It's going to be a lot to take in. I really hope you enjoy it. Everyone who comes to previous things then they've really enjoyed it. But you can find out more about what I'm about on my website, www.loosegravel.co.uk.
And do you have an Instagram?
I do have an Instagram. What on earth is that called?
I'll put a link to the Instagram.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate that, Stu. Because you can find me on Facebook, Loose Gravel on Facebook. There's always stuff going on. There's always stuff going on that. I do a blog and I do a newsletter. Sign up for that. You get to see some really cool offers as they come along. We've got a small clothing range you might fancy having. Have a look. Of course, I do a lot of fundraising for the local cancer hospice down in West Wales as well. I'm really, really proud to be involved with the project, pal. I really am. I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. You've worked really hard. You deserve all the credit for this. Well done.